All right, so we're going to start talking about percents today, and there are a couple of things that we're going to do with them. The first one is we're just going to convert fractions, decimals, and percents. So we've been doing some memorizing on some of those, and I strongly encourage you to continue to memorize those. We'll keep having speed drills over them because they really will help you to be able to do this quickly. But I'm also going to give you the process, because you don't need to memorize every one. There are lots of them that you won't memorize because you won't see them very many times. So I'm going to show you the process of converting between fractions, decimals, and percents. But before we get to that, we have a couple of things to talk about. So first, you've already updated your table of contents. Now, I want you to look at the sheet that you picked up on the way in. And I think you're probably not going to have too much trouble with this. But basically, on the front of it, go ahead and put your name. And what I want you to start with is, it asks you to tell what fraction of the part is shaded. Fraction of each model, whatever you want to call it. What fraction of each model is shaded. So the first three of them have 100 boxes. So that's going to be pretty easy. And then when you move down to the others, it's got different numbers. I think you're familiar with this from elementary school. But just in case you're not, it's the number that are shaded over the total number of boxes. And then you need to reduce it. So I'm going to give you about 4 minutes. We're not going to talk during this 4 minutes. And I want you to see if you can get all the way to the end. Don't go to the back. There's something different we'll do later on the back. But right now, just do the ones on the front. Turn to the back of page 26. Page 26. And I want you to draw this Venn diagram on there. We know that fractions, decimals, and percents all name the same thing. So we're going to talk about what they have in common and why we would use some versus others. I think most of you have probably done a 2-circle Venn diagram. This one is 3. So the key is whatever goes here has to do with all 3 of these things. And then whatever goes here is only fraction and percent. And what goes here only decimal and percent. And here, which is, I made too small, fraction and decimal. So if you'll write that, and I'd just like for you to fill in as many things as you can think of about fractions, decimals, and percents. No talking during this time. Just fill that in, and we're going to talk about it in just a minute. Okay, so this is about how to convert fractions, decimals, and percents. So you can see each one is on a corner, and then I gave you directions. So if we look at the right-hand side, to go from a fraction, hang tight. To go from a fraction to a percent, it says divide the bottom into the top and then move the decimal 2 places to the right. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I want to make sure you understand how to read it. Okay, and then if we're going from a percent to a decimal, it says do what? 2 places to the left. And if we're going from a decimal to a fraction, what are we going to do? Okay, 2 of you are with me. Okay, now to go from a percent to a fraction, we're going to go the other way. It says do what? Good, right over 100 and reduce it. To go from a fraction to a decimal, we're going to... Good, you seeing how to read it now? Okay, so it depends on what you're going from and to. Okay, now we're going to do some examples, so we're going to use this. And we'll see if we can get through all of these today. So let's start with the first one. Percent to fraction. This is in your notes. Okay, so to go from a percent to a fraction, find it in your notes. Find what it says about going from a percent to a fraction, and when you know, raise your hand. Somebody show her how to read that. Okay, Avery, what do we do to go from a percent to a fraction? Yeah, so we put our number over 100 and then we reduce. Okay? So if we have 15%, because remember our percent sign just means out of 100. So the first one is 15 over 100. And then we're going to have to reduce it if we can. Can it reduce?
Yeah.
Anybody know what it reduces to? Very good. Shh. 3 over 20. Okay? The second one, we're just going to write it over 100. So we're going to write 13 over. And that one does not reduce. Okay? And then we have 120%. We're going to write just the same thing. Remember? 120 over 100. Because percent always means out of 100. So even though it's over 100, and you may have been told you can't have a percent over 100, that's not true. Okay? Now, we would reduce this. Who knows what this simplifies to? What is it? 6/5, but then we could do something with that too, right? Yeah, good. 1 and 1/5. 1 and 1/5 would be the simplified answer. Okay? And the last one is 3 over 100. Very good. All right, so on the second one, it says to go from a decimal to a fraction. So what are the rules? Somebody read the instructions for going from a decimal to a fraction. Carson? You use place value. Okay, now, you may have, and I hope that you did, at some point had a teacher who was real particular about you reading decimals the official way. And I understand why they do that. I don't do that because sometimes that gets things more complicated, but it's actually super helpful. And if you've learned the official way to read decimals, this part is going to be really easy for you. Because if we look at 0.45, if we read that the official way, it would be what? 45 hundredths. Very good. It would be 45 hundredths. So if you think about it, that just means 45 over 100. 45 over 100. 45 hundredths, 45 over 100. Okay, so 45 over 100 does reduce. Anybody know what it reduces to?
9/20.
Close, 9/20. Okay, good. All right, so the next one is 39 hundredths. 39 over 100. And that one does not reduce. Wait till I ask, okay? Okay. All right, are you writing this with us? Let's be doing that. Okay, now, a lot of people look at this one and they get confused. Don't let it confuse you. It's 14 and a decimal. So it's 14 and a fraction. Don't let the fact that it has a whole number there bother you. Just write 14. So it's 14 and what? 5/10. 5 over 10. Which reduces, wait till I ask please, to 14 and a half. Okay? And the last one is 16 over what? Very good. 16 over 1,000. Okay? 16 over 1,000 reduces to, anybody know? You have to divide both of them by 4. It still reduces. My bad, my bad. You're right. You are correct. You are correct. Sorry about that. You are correct. Okay. Before we go to the next one, I want to talk about Dr. Pepper. Raise your hand if you like Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I love it.
Good. I don't. Okay, now, listen. Okay, Matthew, would you put your folder up here, please? Okay, so Dr. Pepper can help you remember how to go from a decimal to a percent. Okay? If you think D stands for decimal, P stands for percent, then to go from a decimal to a percent, we're going to move the decimal 2 places to the right. Dr. Pepper, decimal percent, 2 places to the right. So to go from a percent to a decimal, we're going to move the decimal 2 places to the left. Okay? That's just a little reminder. That's in your notes. But if you just think, Dr. Pepper, decimal percent, 2 places to the right, percent to decimal, 2 places to the left. And it's always 2 places and only 2 places. People will frequently move it more or less because they look at it wrong, but it's always 2 places. Okay? So now let's go back and do some decimal percent. So our next one says decimal to percent. So Dr. Pepper says we're going to move it, says we're going to move it 2 places to the right. So let's start with the first one. 0.9512 is 95, and go ahead and add a percent sign. 95%. Okay? Then we have 0.3912, 39%. For 0.0412 is 4%. 1.25 is 125%. Do you see every time we're just doing the exact same steps? 2 places to the right. That's all there is. 1, 2 is 0.2%. Don't be bothered that you have a decimal and a percent at the same time. That is totally possible. Okay? Let's see. Do this with us. Okay. Now, going from a percent to a decimal, then we're going to move it to the left, right? Correct, I mean? All right, so 2 places to the left. Now, on 626%, we don't see the decimal because it's at the end, always at the end. So we're going to move it 2 places, 1, 2. So we have 6.26. 26%, 1, 2.26. Of course, drop off the percent sign because we're not talking about percents anymore. 3%. 1, 2, so it's 0.03. Not a percent anymore, remember? 1, 2, 1.14. Everybody do the last one and raise your hand when you have the answer. Do the last one. Edith, what'd you get? 7 10,000s. Or it starts here and it goes 1, 2, add 2 zeros. So it's 0.0007. Okay? Okay. Let's do fraction to decimal and fraction to percent really quickly. So for fraction to decimal, this is easy because this is the kind of thing we've been doing all along. It's a division problem, so we're going to divide the bottom into the top, and this is where your calculator comes in super handy. Although on this one, you probably already know it. As a matter of fact, you should already know it because we memorized it. Okay, so, but going from a fraction to a decimal, we're always dividing the bottom into the top. So go ahead, even if you know it, go ahead and punch it in your calculator and make sure you understand. 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. That's it. And we get 0.5 or 0.50 or 0.5, whichever way you look at it. Okay? Then do 1/5. 1 divided by 5. That's all it is. You divide the bottom into the top. But the top has to go in the calculator first. Raise your hand when you have 1/5. That one's also when you're supposed to memorize, but yeah,
0.2.
Yeah, it's 0.2. 0.2. Okay. Now, when it comes to changing from fractions to percents, we're going to do this exact same thing, but then we're going to move our decimal 2 places to the right to go from a decimal to a percent. Okay? So for 3/5, we're going to say 3 divided by 5, and then we're going to move the decimal 2 places. When you have that answer, raise your hand. What'd you get?
60.
Yep, it's 60%. So if you got 0.6, remember, to go to the percent, you have to move it 2 places to the right. So you got this. You got 0.6. Right, when you put it in the calculator? That's the right. I'm doing it my direction, which is my fault. But it's 60. Yes, that's the right.
Oh.
It's okay, I have trouble with
I
white symbols
had
too.
I'm like how in front of the point before, so.
Oh, I got you. Okay, and the last one, 6/8. Who's already done 6/8? Y'all have it. All right, Andrew, what'd you get?
75%.
Very good, 75%. Okay. Nice work today, you guys. Nice work.